Hi, I'm Holly Wade here with Miss Smith, who is the Vice President for Teach for America in Charlotte. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me, Holly.
So, I've read about Teach for America and it seems like an awesome program. Can you tell me a little bit about the mission?
Yes, so in Charlotte, we work on behalf of students, primarily low-income students here in the city of Charlotte, to help them realize their educational potential and fulfill their biggest dreams. So as part of that, we recruit diverse leaders to come into classrooms here in Charlotte. While they're teaching in classrooms, we cultivate their talent and build their leadership development and really work with them on the technical skills that they need to be really great teachers. And then we hope to inspire a long-term commitment so that they'll stay not only in the classrooms, but in the city of Charlotte and work in education throughout the duration of their career.
That sounds amazing. So, what are your goals for this year?
So this year, we're really focusing on how we can better partner with Charlotte-Mecklenburg school districts. And some of the priorities that we've set forward are community engagement. We've also looked at how can we begin to build values-based leaders. And by that, we mean what is important to you just as a human being and as a person, and how do your personal values align with education and how you treat, teach, and care for students in the classroom. And so if we can get people who have a very deep personal conviction for kids and communities, we can teach them the technical skills to be really great teachers. So those are just two things that we're really prioritizing this year.
Those are really great goals. So, I heard there are over 48,000 people who applied. How many teachers did you actually accept?
So in Charlotte, we currently have 230 teachers working across all of CMS schools. They work in elementary schools, they work in middle schools, and high schools. And so what we do is when they come into Charlotte, we take them through this it's like a teacher boot camp, but it's a really, really intense technical training program to start to learn things like classroom management, how to differentiate the instruction. So what that means is if you have kids in one class that learn many different ways. So some kids might learn by sitting at a computer. Some kids might learn by working in small groups with other kids. And some kids might be able to listen to the teacher give the lesson, go through a few examples, and then they get the content on their own. But every student has a different learning style. So we work with teachers to identify what the different learning styles are for teachers and how, when you're delivering the same lesson to everyone, can you make the lesson understandable, relevant, and relatable to all the different learning styles in the classrooms. In addition to that, we talk to them a lot about communication and what it means, the responsibility of being a teacher and an effective educator. We talk to them about how to get parents engaged in their classrooms. So research tells us that parent engagement is really important to students doing really well in school. And so we look at things like fundraisers for schools. We look at class participation I know it's back to school night time, so back to school night, parent-teacher visits and things like that. But what we want to do is say, how can you get your parents meaningfully engaged and bought in to the goals that you have for the students so that you have the students in the daytime, but you know that work is being reinforced when the kids go home at night.
Wow, it must be really hard to narrow down for all the candidates who came in. And where does someone go to find out more information about Teach for America?
So Teach for America here in Charlotte is actually located in East Charlotte, and we're in the Executive Center Park area off of Albemarle Road. You can also visit our website, which is www.teachforamerica.org, for more information about how you can apply, more information about the timelines that we're accepting applications, but most importantly, what we look for in candidates.
So, is there anything else you might want to share with us about Teach for America?
I would say there is a lot of a lot of conversation happening in our state right now about education, and a lot of conversation happening in our state about pay for teachers. And so one of the things that we need to do is really come together as a community and really rally behind our educators. Our kids are so important to the vibrancy of our community and the sustainability of the city of Charlotte. And so we have to make sure we're always giving back to our educators and to our kids. And so right now there's so many different ways that you can get involved. There's so many great nonprofit organizations. There are so many really positive things happening at Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. And so all parents need is to find what they're passionate about, get in the game, get informed, and get involved so that we can turn around education and make sure that all kids have access to high-performing schools.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.